Hello and welcome everybody to another My Music. Today I shall be speaking to Katrina, who's put herself down as a singer and a rapper. Wow.
Yep.
We may have to test that. We may have to test that in a minute. But let's go to the dancing cat first. And when we come back from the dancing cat, we will be learning all about Katrina's life in music so far.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, I know. It's my Pomeranian puppy.
Oh, you should have kept that in there, because you do realise that whenever we get animals on this or any of the other podcasts that do, the ratings just go through the roof.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Phoenix, come here.
This is what happens if, we humans think that we are the most loved things on the planet. But no, look at that.
No.
And there's just no arguing with it. I should have got my little Dutch sound out,
Oh, you've got a dash on.
I got a little, I got a little mini one.
Oh, that's so cute.
Only this big. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. He has made a couple of appearances on this in the past. Are you allowed to take the dog on tour with you if you ever go on tour? Is that?
Yeah, he would have his own security. I've already said I'd be coming out first into the tour bus, and then I'd have they can see all the fans and things. I've got a British short head cat as well, Thunder. He's a big blue boy, so I'd have them both having their own security.
I think that's very important, and B, they should have their own rider as well.
I'd want them with me on the tour bus, but they'd have their own little bunk bed. If they asked to borrow my car keys, I'd let them. So
get one of the roadies going, look, can I not have no?
I know. Yeah, they'll be coming to all the venues with me. Yeah, absolutely. Surprised if they don't end up on stage with me as well.
Exactly. But I'm tired. No. The dogs have it. The dog's having that space. Don't be silly. Come on.
Exactly.
Oh. Now, you told me just before we started that your name does come from Katrina and the Waves.
That is correct.
That fabulous song, Walking on Sunshine, whoa, which we all know, unless you're of a certain age, in which you perhaps don't. So your mum and dad obviously liked music.
Yes.
Yeah? Did you grow up in a house full of music then? Were any of them actual musicians, or were they just lovers of music?
They're just lovers of music. I think music is something that everyone loves, isn't it? It's one thing that brings everyone together. But my dad knows every single number one from probably 60s onwards. But I wouldn't say that I've got a musical family, no. When I first started doing music, my family were like, where has this come from? Why does she want to do this? No one knew where my musical ability came from.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, because I've told people this before. It's interesting, but you say everybody loves music. See, in the house that I grew up in, my parents didn't like music.
Oh.
No. You see, music was almost like a dirty word.
No.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I mean, they did have some albums. They had 6 albums, and they were all awful. All absolutely awful. I remember them distinctly. And there was one called Beatles, Beethoven and Bach do Bossa Nova. It was dreadful. It was literally like classical music and some Beatles songs and whatever, all played on the Bon Tempi organ. It was absolutely dreadful. I don't know. I mean, it was more like water torture than it was music.
Yeah.
So no, I kind of had to rebel to do music. So you decided that you wanted to do music. Were they supportive in that then, or was there the kind of well, do make sure you do all of your studies first, or?
Yeah, there was definitely that.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted me to kind of be safe, and like music's quite fickle. So have your proper job, do your studies, have a plan B. And yeah, you are talented, you are great. There's no disputing that they're supportive of what I do, but they are always apprehensive of a career in music and the longevity in it and the success rate and things like that. So
That's
it
fair
is
enough. They're
50-50.
only parents.
Yeah.
They're parents. They're entitled to
Yeah.
be like that. They're only worried about you. What was it you
Yes.
studied then? What?
So, well, I was performing since I was about 6 years old. So I studied music, dance, drama, all of that right through school, GCSEs, and then went to college and did that. So it's never left me. I've never had a plan B.
Right. Okay. So there isn't
Yeah.
a sort of like science background or
No.
no,
No,
no
I
maths.
was good at English and I was academic, but I was more creative than academic. I was just lucky that I paid attention in all subjects with that in case in mind. But no, always doing the performing arts.
Love it.
Yeah.
Are there a load of like old photos or early videos of you like performing at home, making your own shows up and stuff like that?
Yeah, there are, and they're never coming out ever again.
Well, unless you become mega famous and you
Yeah,
have to get one out on Jonathan Ross or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure my mum would take great pleasure in pulling them videos out of my dad's like Nokia brick from 2003. But yeah, there's videos of me like film me doing Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now.
Oh,
Um
yes.
yeah, that was the first song I ever sang. I used to think that I was Madonna in the playground singing Material Girl. Yeah, I used to put on concerts for everyone in the playground, the whole family at Christmas. I'd make it a tradition, like, listen, this is my worldwide tour and you're going to pay attention. And yeah, I've done all that, and I'm sure the footage is somewhere that we don't need to see.
Okay. But these are right, those artists that you mentioned, though, classic artists that they are,
Yeah.
big artists that they are, especially Madonna. I mean, Madonna is the trailblazer for women in pop, really.
Yeah.
But they're not of your generation. So who was the first person of kind of your generation of listening to music that really kind of piqued your attention then?
Girls Aloud.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I did a presentation on them in primary school. I did really well in my SATs in primary school. You know, like the exams that you sit before differentiating what sets you should be in high school. And my mum and dad got me tickets. It was my first concert, and I kind of felt a little bit like at a concert you're meant to feel like ecstatic and leaving on a high, like you've just had the best night of your life. But part of me at 11 years old was a little bit uncomfortable, because I was a bit like, I want to be on the stage. That was weird. Like I really wanted to be on that stage, and yeah, for then it was always girl bands for me, that kind of set.
What was it about Girls Aloud? I mean, there was some very strong northern women in there. Was that part of the pool?
I think it was the fact they were just so quirky, and I think in a group you've got more to resonate with because they're all different.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted to dance like Cheryl and be like as famous as Cheryl because she was like the leader of the group. I liked how like cool and like leader and mumsy and that Kimberly was, and there was just like how crazy and wild Sarah Harding was. Obviously, she's no longer with us, bless her. But yeah, there was just something so different with all of them that you could kind of take a bit out of all of them, and they were just so normal, just making really cheesy, great pop music.
Well, now listen, they obviously came to fruition through a TV show. So has that ever been on your radar as well? I'm going to do the TV show. I'm going to, I'm going to get my 15 minutes of fame and then that's going to propel me, or was that never in the plan for you?
I was in a girl group in college. Like we thought we were the bee's knees, me and my 3 friends in college, and we actually.
Cool. What were you called?
Reminiscence.
Reminiscence.
Yeah, right. And we auditioned for the X Factor in 2016, and we actually like got through all the producer rounds, and we got in front of Simon, Louis, Sharon, and Nicole in Manchester and at Old Trafford, and we were there. and it's nothing like how it is on TV. Let's just get that straight. It was not a great experience. But
Is it a bit cold? Is it a bit like bit
it was
work like?
freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not going to go into too much details because obviously we've got to keep it respectful. But it was just a very lengthy process,
Right.
and yeah, as a girl group, I did that. Never again. I've never thought about doing it as a solo artist.
It's funny. It's funny you should say that. We've had a lot of people on here that have been on a lot of those shows.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of people from The Voice and in different countries and whatever. I haven't found one. I'm telling you now, I haven't found one person yet that said they would do it all again. Not one.
Yeah.
I think if you're watching this, folks out there, and you're thinking about any of that, that tells you something, right? Just saying. I'm sure that it helps you grow up in one way or another. I'm sure you learn something from it, but I'm not sure it's the only way to get ahead in music these days.
No, definitely not this day and age. I think everything has moved so much in 10 well, it was 10 years ago that I did that. Yeah, music's completely different now. It's all about TikTok. It's all about it's a numbers game now. Yeah, everything is about, well, they say it's all about being an independent artist now instead of these major labels and things like that. But yeah, music has definitely changed from these big talent shows.
Yeah. Now I saw that you're on TikTok. I saw that that's in your resume and everything else, and it's on your Instagram. It says TikTok. Which is your preferred, by the way, TikTok or Instagram? TikTok, Instagram. Which do you like best? Or are you going to say, well, I like them for different reasons?
Well, yeah, I was going to say that, but I don't want to sit on the fence. I want to give you the answer. But they're both good for different things. I think Instagram's more personal, where TikTok you can connect to a broader range of people. I think I like the flexibility more of TikTok than Instagram. But yeah, I'd say Instagram just for pictures and just little life updates. But TikTok definitely has more flexibility, so I'll go with TikTok.
There you go. You see, I've changed my mind on TikTok recently, right? I never got it. I never got it, right? I've suddenly got it. It suddenly dawned on me, okay?
What was it you didn't get about it?
Okay, this is interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting conversation. I didn't get it because I just, like, I've got some quite big audiences on some platforms, right? And with those platforms, I know what I'm doing. I know the strategy to like build it and get an audience and everything else. And I was like, with TikTok, I was on there and I was like, this just isn't happening. And I just like try randomly throwing posts out there and whatever. Do you know what? I suddenly got it though. I suddenly got it overnight. Because when I first started, I did radio. And then suddenly I thought, I'm going to do lives. And I'm going to treat it like it's a radio show. Suddenly it was like, boom. Right.
Yeah.
And I've literally it is only in the last month, like I've been challenging myself to go live on there as often as possible. And I've literally, from a kind of start of about 100 and something followers, I've got up to 550 in about a month. Right.
Wow.
And I now I'm cracking it. I'm now like, I'm getting people that are like fanning me, following me, coming, like going, are you going to do this? Are you going to do that again? Because that was really cool. So now I've got it. It's like it's a radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your strategy, without giving the game away, but what's your strategy for TikTok? How do you mentally look at it?
See, I hate doing the social media part personally. I hate it. I just want to write the songs, do the music, and have someone take care of that for me, even though I feel like a lot of people wish that was the case. But for me, my strategy is not to overthink it and just be authentic. In my videos, I think it's important to just show me, just be me, and not try and overanalyze a video, not overthink it to the point I'm like, right, no, I can't do that, I'm not going to do that, and then leaving it. I think that is the best thing to do because people connect with people. That would be my advice and my strategy.
I love it. It's true. People do connect with people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all about people. It's all about storytelling in 2026. It's all about authenticity, although it's really hard because there's a lot of pseudo authenticity out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that pretend that they've got a story or pretend that it's difficult and it's hard and they're going through a lot, and they're not. They're just pretending because they know that that will get them the traction. So it's kind of hard to stand out in that. Do you find that you need to have like almost two lots of creative energy in 2026? You've got to have creative energy for your music and the passionate thing that you're doing, but you've also then got to have kind of muster up this kind of creative energy for all of that other stuff as well, because it's creative still. You've got to do that creative thing, but you've got to find another energy source.
Yeah, it's a different kind of creativity as well. I think there's a hard line to try not be an influencer, but still keep it as like being a musician, because an influencer is a full-time thing on its own. Being a musician is a full-time thing on its own, and trying not to blur the lines, because I know I'm in a different mindset when I'm recording and writing my music, and a different mindset to when I'm filming my social media posts. So it is, like you say, that double energy, because when you're an independent artist, you've got to do your social media, you've got to write the songs, do the music, you've got to be your accountant, you've got to organise this, you've got to plan that, you've got to network this, you've got to send that email, and you just got to do everything, and they all require a lot of energy and time, and we've all got the same amount of hours in a day, so...
Well, we'll come back to Katrina being the cool pop princess, you know, singer, rapper in a minute, all right? But like... behind the scenes, when all of the energy's spent at the end of the day, what gives you the energy back? What is for you like the perfect kind of evening in or evening out or whatever that just restores your energy?
But I'm definitely an evening in kind of person. Don't like partying, even though I am a bit crazy and wild. My perfect evening would be to be with my partner, to be with my pets, drinking a can of Coke, laid in bed with my can of Coke, chocolate, watching Coronation Street, face mask on, and just scrolling on online shopping.
Love that.
That is me down to a T.
Is that TikTok online shopping, or is that QVC, or is that like?
Oh, not QVC, not QVC. No. Shein.
What
I love
clothes?
Shein.
Nice clothes.
Yeah, clothes, skincare, makeup. I love Boots, like the pharmaceutical shop. Boots, Superdrug, Pretty Little Thing, Shein, a little bit of TikTok shop, a bit of Amazon. Just depends what I'm looking for. I don't end up buying anything. I'm just always browsing.
By the way, if any of those brands are watching, Katrina will not say no if you want to send her like free samples.
Yeah, I'm a very, very big fan. What can I say?
Not going to say no to that at all. She will very definitely do a little bit of influencing for you, especially if you send her designer clothes.
Yeah, they'll be worn in my music videos. Don't worry about it.
It would just be absolutely, if Gucci or someone like that wants to send her like handbags, anything like that, it's perfectly acceptable. It's perfectly okay.
Absolutely.
Well, why not?
I know.
And that's the thing in 2026 as well. If you don't ask, you don't get. Do you feel?
And the
like
worst thing you're gonna get told is no. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Tell people if they haven't listened to your music yet, which some of them won't. I know it's amazing, but what are you writing about?
So, I've just dropped my single "Pick Me Girl" on the 6th of March, and that song is kind of the lead up to my album. So "Pick Me Girl" is about having that self-confidence and believing in yourself, and like we touched upon earlier about not having to prove to people and just being authentic and true to yourself. And the album is out in June, and all of the music on the album is kind of a new era, and it's like being reborn. It's about taboo subjects, being yourself, just talking about your feelings, experiences you've been through with people, and hopefully the lyrics resonate with people where they think that song was written for me. And do you know what? I'm glad someone else feels like that. So yeah, I'm really proud of that. It's a good body of art, and I'm excited to bring it out in June.
Cool. Who did you work with on this album?
So I've worked with a couple of producers that I have worked with for a couple of years. And in terms of writing myself, I've written every single syllable, lyric, punchline, anything you can think of on that album I've written myself.
And the sleeve notes when it finally gets out. If that's a
Yeah.
thing these days, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
it
you
is. It
have to
still
credit
is.
people still on Spotify, but yeah, so lyricism is just all me.
Absolutely. There's always one. How many songs is it, by the way? Can you say?
8 to 10. I'm thinking 8, but 10 within the time limit. I am finishing writing. I want 10, but potentially 8. 8 to 10.
Eight to 10. Okay. 8
Yeah.
to 10 songs. Right. And are you going to call it an album, not a mixtape? Because like these
It's
days,
an album.
right. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, though? Because like sometimes these days people call it a mixtape when it's actually I don't know.
Yeah, or an EP, which I did an EP 2 years ago. I released that, but
Yeah.
no, it's definitely an album. It's got
It's
a
definitely
name.
an
It's a campaign. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Now, whenever you write a body of work like that, there's always one. There's one that it's just a bit of a sticking point. What was the sticking point? What was the hardest one to birth out of all of those songs?
I do get writer's block. That I don't want to confirm the song titles yet, but there is a song that I had written. I just couldn't figure out how I wanted the bridge to sound, because I didn't want the song to be as it came out naturally, and then I didn't want to force the last part of the song to just I need to get it finished. I'll just
Right.
put any old lyric down. But then other songs are hard. There's another song that I wrote that's hard because it's emotional. Like I didn't realize I could get how I was feeling onto the paper, so that was hard in that aspect.
How long did it take you to write it, by the way? The whole lot?
That one probably 2 hours.
2 hours. But the whole album,
Yes.
You've been working on it for what?
Started writing the album in probably last year. Some of the songs I started writing. Yeah, and I've only got about 3 or 4 left to write and complete and sign them off ready for recording.
See, when you mentioned a minute ago, sort of like, you know, you want to give yourself time, you wanted to get it right, and all of that sort of thing. It kind of reminded me a little story of I went to see someone from the 80s. I met them not so long ago, Nick Kershaw, I was a big fan of Nick Kershaw's, right, when I was growing up. And he was talking to us about one of the songs on his second album called The Riddle, which was a massive worldwide hit. They literally he'd had 2 weeks to write the whole album. 2 weeks. Can you imagine that from start to finish? And that song, all of the lyrics are just rubbish. Because it was just like his guide vocal.
Wow.
And he never had time to go back and like rewrite the words. So that was just like gibberish that he made up. But people think it means stuff, you know. Have you ever written anything and then been disappointed with the way that people interpret it, or has it always been nicely interpreted by your fans?
It's always been interpreted well. I am lucky that my lyrics are very like digestible. I don't think anyone's been like, oh, I didn't really think the song was about that. I've never had that, but I have had a song that I've done. There's actually one I've wrote for this album. I wrote it and I'm like, yeah, this is brilliant. And it was going to be the lead single. And I was like, no, it's not. And then I recorded it and listened to it back. And I was like, that's really bad. Why can't I just fall in love with this song? And I just wasn't happy with it. So that didn't.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Didn't make the grade. Yeah.
No.
You know, sometimes though, those like songs like just lie around for a while, and then like an iteration of it will come back out at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and that'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years from now, you'll go, oh, do you know what? I wrote this and now it's perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it is good. It's just not slotting in where I want it to right now. So I'm not going to force it.
I've got to ask you this, and it could be Katrina and the Waves. I don't know, or it could be someone completely different. But if I could put you in the studio tomorrow with anybody in the world, who would it be?
Nicki Minaj.
Really?
Mhm.
You do a bit of starshipping? Yeah.
No, I'm not doing no starshipping. I
No?
won't be doing any super bass or any pound the alarm, or any anacondas. It will literally, if she jumped on a track with me, I could literally die tomorrow and be like, do you know what? I'm done here because I've done everything I needed to do in life.
Cool. What would you have her doing then? What would you have her talking about?
I don't know. I think I'd just
write
say,
the words or her for the? Would she be doing the rap? Would you be doing the rap? Would you both be doing the rap?
oh, this is so exciting. I want it to happen now. This is like a manifestation conversation.
Yeah. All right. Let's make it happen, Nikki.
Yeah.
This is
I
going to
know.
happen. Right,
Anika,
come on
please
then.
answer the phone.
So what happens in this track? Let's break it down right from the beginning. So like you're both singing on it, yeah? Or
No, I think I just need her to rap on it.
Right. Okay. So you're singing.
I'll sing and rap, but I'd have to get her to approve the rap or teach me because she's obviously better than me. I am good, but she's very good.
So you think like it would be maybe like you start, you're singing. So
I'm singing, yeah.
You do a verse, then there's a chorus.
Yep.
Then there's a verse, and then you start the rap, and everyone thinks, Katrina's doing the rap, but then your rap morphs into her rap.
Correct. I'd have it like that. I was going to
Perfect.
say the same thing.
Totally that, right? But then here's the real twist at the end. She's taught you how to really like get even better at rapping, and then you finish the rap off at the end, and like everyone's like, was that Nikki or was that Katrina?
Right. Well, this is going to happen, isn't it? Really.
That's just fantastic, isn't it?
That needs to happen. Like, I need Nikki's contact details. I need her PR. I need her manager, her agency, America, Republic Records. Come on down.
I love that. Are you like that? Are you quite a positive person? Are you like, do you like actually do all of this manifestation stuff? Do you like sit there and like think this will happen? Are you quite a realist and like or protecting yourself a little bit, or are you a big dreamer? Do you just like dream big and go, right, it's going to happen?
Yeah, I am a huge dreamer. I've always been known for being a dreamer. I literally always got taught. I worked with someone really prestigious in the industry who actually coached like Little Mix and other big names in the industry, and they said to me, always walk out the house thinking that you are a pop star, because like Mark Owen from Take That never left the house without wearing his hat, and people always knew it was him, and things like that. So for me, I always think I am a pop star. I tell people I'm a pop star, and I'm almost delusional to most people because they're like, no, you're not, but I think I am. So I am in that way, and I'm positive about my abilities. But again, I am also a realist where I do still. I like to say I have my head in the clouds but my feet on the ground. That is exactly how I would describe myself. Yeah, I do like to protect myself and still live a normal life, but I do still think, hold on a minute, there's more in this world for me than a 9 to 5 or just doing the usual life things that people do, which there's no issue with, but I just know it's not for me. I want to be that big star. And it's just
now,
never
before
changed.
I say this beautiful thing, which I'm going to say, right, to kind of like really sort of finish that bit off, I'm going to say this is you kind of left me with that image there, right there and then, of like Mark Owen sort of leaving his house, going down the road to get a pint of milk, going, let it shine. You know, it's just like, I reckon he does, don't you?
Yeah, well, probably not now. He's probably knocked that on the head now, but definitely in his prime, yeah.
Oh, I think he just carries on with that every day. I think he literally goes around the local spa, let it shine. You know, he's picking up cleaning products, let it shine. And like people are like, give it a break, Mark.
Yeah.
But there we go. But what I was going to say to bring it to a kind of gush moment is, so if you're like this big dreamer and you kind of look after yourself and protect yourself, who's the person in your life that holds all of that together? Then is that your partner? Is your partner both like in it with the realism and the dream for you? Is that why
I've
they're
got a
there?
very, very tight knit circle. So I've got my partner, my best friends, family. Like that, they're the ones that are like, "You're doing great. Keep going, but remember this and remember that." But they've always got my back. So yeah, I am very lucky with my support system. But yeah, it's very much half and half. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And when I have down days where I'm like, I can't do this anymore, like any normal human who wants to be an artist has, well, in any field, people have down days. They're always like, keep going. You know, that little motivation. But yeah, they also keep me very, very grounded. Like, don't be a diva.
I think that's what Pomeranians are for as well, right?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, whatever happens, the Pomeranian's going to say, yes, and it's time for me to be fed now.
Yeah.
And
no matter what, he loves me. So
exactly. And whatever else happens, I need to go out for the toilet now. Thank you very much.
yeah,
You know?
that sounds like Phoenix.
It's that. Well, that's it though. That's dogs, isn't it? Dogs are
Yeah.
all about real life, right? They give you all of that love, all of that attention, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about, can I be fed? Then I need the toilet. Can I go to sleep? Can I be fed? And it's like it goes around in a circle. That's life. It's a beautiful thing. Well, listen,
Yeah.
it's been lovely getting to know you. I think this sounds like an absolute dream of an album, and you know, I can't wait for it to come out. And are we expecting musically any surprises on it? Is there any you know, without giving the game away?
No features right now.
No, right.
No collabs right now. It's just purely me. But there might be some collabs in the pipeline in the future.
Ooh. Well, we know Nicki Minaj.
Oh well, apart from her, that's the big one.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
yeah.
you know that's going to happen because we've already manifested it. It's once you've said it, it happens.
Yeah.
It's as simple as
So
that.
I just had an image then that I was on a tour in the future, or she was on a tour and she invited me to perform, or I invited her out. And the intro is going to be this podcast on the big screen before we come out on like the
Yes.
together.
Yes.
That has to happen.
Hi.
Yes.
Let's say hi to Wembley. Wembley.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This
Say
is the
hi,
song.
everyone.
This is the song now. That's gonna
No,
be
I love it.
Would that be great?
No,
And then,
that's
like-
amazing. And then things happen. I remember hearing a story of Coldplay. They hired like a massive production team to film them everywhere when they were in college, when they formed, before they were even famous. And they literally were adamant they were going to be stars. And then they played that clip like on their massive sold-out stadium tour.
I remember I've seen that clip. It's a very, very young, very geeky looking Chris Martin.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as cool as he looks now. Just going, yeah, we're going to be the biggest band in the world. And guess what? Really,
Pretty much are.
Pretty much there. You know, sort
They've
of
been going for since the 90s, haven't they? And they're huge. They are on stadiums.
Stolen the crown from people like you two and whatever. So dare I say it? But yes, you know, there you go.
Yeah.
Listen, if you keep dreaming it, it's going to happen, Katrina. Thank you so much. And look, with a name like Katrina, named after such a fantastic song, you know, by such a fantastic band, it can only but happen, really, can't it?
I know. It will happen.
All the best for the future. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing a little bit of your story today.
Me.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Ladies, gentlemen, this is Katrina. Now, if you're listening on Spotify, oh, you lucky people, all you need to do now, because the software allows it to happen, is you move your thumb from there, literally down to there, and go, cool. Even the TikTokers of this world can do that without breaking a sweat. And there you go. You're listening to Katrina. But don't just listen. Now go and add that to a playlist and then stop off at Instagram or TikTok and say hi to Katrina. Follow her. Add her as a friend on there. She might even stop off and say thank you. And, you know, make the magic happen. And if you're watching this and you know Nicki Minaj, focus in now. You know what you have to do. You have to say Nicki, Katrina, Nicki. Make it happen.
Yes.
That's the way the world goes round, folks. This has been a great conversation. Thank you, Katrina. And
Thank
you've been
you.
great as well out there for spending, look at that, 35 minutes of your precious time when you could have just been doing this. But no, you stopped to have a listen. That's great. Thank you so much for doing that. We will be back soon with more of my music, more great guests. But until then, from Katrina and from myself, thanks for listening.